Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to NHL 18 franchise mode with your Quebec Nordiques. Yes, we are back here again to carry on the Nordiques' inaugural season back in the National Hockey League. Last episode, we played against the other expansion team in the NHL, the Vegas Golden Knights, and after 2 goals by the Golden Knights to make it a 2-1 lead late in the final minute of the third period, Andre Nestrasil, in his debut in the National Hockey League, managed to score the game-tying goal, and Andre Burakovsky scored the game-winning goal in overtime to make it the first victory of the season for the Quebec Nordiques. Now, we are in the regular season. My plan for this part of the season is to make it halfway through our inaugural season. You know how I usually do this, if you have seen my franchise modes before. We're going to go period by period simulation for the first 10 games of the season, and then we just go to the calendar and simulate them to see how we do. So, we are going to start with a game against the New York Islanders, game 2 of the season against the Islanders. Let's see how we do. It's our first away game of the season. Let's see if we can get our second straight win to start the year. So Ryan Zingle against John Tavares for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, wow, it's a 3-2 game. So Dadonov, Chimera and Burakovsky each score a goal. Well, Anders Lee and Calvin DeHaan score on Steve Mason. Over doubling them up on shots though, 13-6 in favour of Quebec. Second period. Okay, it's a 4-4 game. Lee and Tavares score, and Jason Chimera adds his second of the game. 23 shots to 16 in favour of the Nordiques. We'll go times 8 simulation for the third period. A power play happening, another power play for Quebec, and they can't score on either power play opportunity. And Beauvillier scores on Steve Mason to make it a 5-4 game in favour of the New York Islanders. So as the clock is winding down, can the Nordiques tie this game up? Can they do it? Doesn't look like it. Nope, and the New York Islanders take a 5-4 victory after we had taken the lead in the game. However, Chris Tierney has been injured, which is a massive pain in the arse. Bloody game 2 of the season and my guys are getting injured already. So do I have somebody to replace him, or am I going to have to go and get somebody? I'm going to have to go to roster moves. Great. We may as well bring somebody up that can actually stay in the lineup and be a healthy scratch anyway. And my pick for that is probably Derek McKenzie. Yeah, let's bring up Derek McKenzie. So he can be a 4th line guy. So if we move Zingle and Richardson up 1 line each. And then if we put McKenzie on the 4th line here. Good. And then for the AHL, if we just go best lines, there you go. Perfect. Let's carry on. So, game 3 of the season coming up against the LA Kings. We're currently 2nd in our division. Eric Greiber, currently on waivers, 77 overall at 29. Sure, we'll claim him. Why not? Oh, the Ottawa Senators want to send us Victor Ståhlberg and their 4th round pick for our 6th round pick. Is this a salary cap dump? This is a very interesting thing to be happening. So, Ståhlberg is 77 overall at 31 years old. He's a 4th line forward. And we'll be giving up a 6th round pick and we'll be getting a 4th. So yeah, of course I'll do that trade. Okay. So we moved up 2 rounds in the draft and picked up an extra player. Oh, pardon me. I mean, seems good to me. Right, anyway, so game 3 of the season, 2nd away game against the LA Kings. Grabner against Kempe for the opening face-off, I should say. First period. Okay, we score 2. Brodin and Martinez, the defensemen, get on the board. Over doubling them up on shots again, 13-6. Second period. Okay, they managed to take one back. Marian Gaborik scores on Mason. 21 shots to 19 after the second period in favour of the Nordiques. But we're times 8 simulating the third. Can the Nordiques? No, they can't. Adrian Kempe and then Kyle Clifford managed to get the lead. A power play for the Quebec Nordiques. Are we going to blow another lead here, Quebec? We were 2-0 up and Tyler Toffoli manages to make it a 4-2 game. Steve Mason, you have crumbled here. Antoine Roussel gets it to within 1. Tyler Toffoli adds another less than a minute later. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-3. Oh, Chimera scores with 15 seconds left. And another 1-goal loss for the Quebec Nordiques. Wow, guys, what is going on? Jason Chimera with 4 points in 3 games. Wow, he's doing alright for himself so far. But we're not picking up the wins, guys. We're not really getting the points that we want. So, Victor Ståhlberg, what's up? Being traded is a big choice. Yep. His morale improved. This call-up feels great. Good. Yep, fine. Wonderful. Right, so we have a game against the old Quebec Nordiques, the Colorado Avalanche. We're going to have to start a rivalry with them. Let's do this, boys. So, McKinnon against Mark Letestu for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 1-1 game. Ryan Zingle scores and Landeskog scores on Neuwirth. 10 shots to 8 in favour of the hometown Nordiques. Second period. Okay, they score again. Nathan McKinnon scores on Neuwirth. 19 shots to 18 in favour of us. A power play goal for Alec Martinez early in the third period. Ties their game up just as quick as the tie was broken. So well done, boys. Now, let's take this win. A 5-on-3 power play. How did we not score on a 5-on-3? Really, Quebec? Oh, my. Come on, Nordiques. Get this tie-breaking goal. Come on, boys. Well, we go to overtime, so we've guaranteed ourselves at least a point. That's better than nothing. 31 shots to 27 in favour of Quebec. Overtime! And nobody scores in overtime. 34 shots to 31 in favour of Quebec. Come on, boys. Shootout! And we win it. Ekholm and Letestu get the goals in the shootout round for the Quebec Nordiques. And we take our second win of the season. We are currently 2-2-0 to start the year. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're keeping pace with the rest of the league. Or the rest of our Central Division. So, the 1-2-1 Carolina Hurricanes we go to visit. Let's see if we can take a win from them. Elias Lindholm against Derek McKenzie for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, so 1-1 game. Connor Brown scores and Justin Falk scores on Neuwirth. 12 shots to 10 in favour of Carolina. Second period. Okay, they score another one. Hendricks scores on Neuwirth. 22 shots to 20 in favour of Carolina. Come on, Nordiques. There you go, Ryan Zingle. I believe that's his second goal in 2 games. Pair of goals in a pair of games. That's what I like to see, boys. Come on, Nordiques. Let's break this tie. Let's make this comeback. Come on, gents. You know you want to. We're getting the shots on goal. 5 minutes left in the game. Can the Quebec Nordiques have a hero? Doesn't look like it as we go to overtime once again. This time against the Carolina Hurricanes. 29 shots apiece for either team. Overtime! Nobody scores in overtime. They got no shots in overtime though. We got 3, so we had the chance to win it, but didn't happen. Shootout! And they take it. Vatanen scores, but Skinner and Lindholm score for the Carolina Hurricanes. So we have a shootout win, then we have a shootout loss in back-to-back games. Oh, we're up against our Quebec region rivals, the Montreal Canadiens, who have not lost a game in regulation so far this season. Let's change that, Quebec. Come on, Nordiques. Let's make a change to that. I think we should. So, Derek McKenzie against Martinson for the opening face-off at the Videotron Centre. First period. Okay, good. It's a 2-0 lead. Dadonov and Derek McKenzie with his first goal as a member of the Nordiques. However, we are being doubled up on shots by the Habs. Second period. Okay, they managed to get one back, but we've got one. Drouin scores, but Connor Brown scores. 22 shots to 16 in favour of the Habs after the second period. The third period's winding down. We've got 14 minutes left in the third period. Can we make it a 3-goal lead, or will they cut the lead to 1? Or will the score remain the same till the end of the game? Who knows? 5 minutes left in the game. The Nordiques are doing a good job defensively. Only 1 goal against. And there you go. A 3-1 victory for the Quebec Nordiques. So we've got 5 points out of a possible 6 in our last 3 games. 3-2-1 to start the year. And Jonas Brodin has 6 points in 6 games. Good. That's really helpful, guys. Well done. Chris Tierney is back to play. I feel like Zingle's played relatively well. He's got 3 points. Richardson hasn't really done anything. So we'll swap out. We'll swap him out, and I think we'll leave Derek McKenzie in the lineup because he's actually got a point. So there you go. Right. So going up to a game against New Jersey. This is game number 7 on the season. We're going to New Jersey to the Prudential Center, I believe. Let's see if the Nordiques can get this done. Zingle against Camilleri for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, no score after the first. 9 shots to 8 in favour of the Devils. Second period. Okay, no score in the second. 24 shots to 16 in favour of Quebec. A much stronger second period for us. And Ryan Zingle opens the scoring. That's what? 3 goals in 4 games now for Ryan Zingle? Good job, son. A penalty kill. Good job, Nordiques penalty killing units. That's what I like to see, fellas. Another power play coming up for the Nordiques. They can't score on it, though. And Evgeny Dadonov adds another goal. We've got the insurance marker. And it looks like it's going to be a shutout. There it is. So, it looks like Steve Mason gets his first shutout of the season. A 2-0 victory against the New Jersey Devils. Good work, gents. We're keeping ourselves up there with the top teams in our division. 4-2-1 to start the season. Game number 8 against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Videotron Center. Let's see if we can do this, boys. Stamkos against Brown for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 2-1 game. Point scores. Shattenkirk gets his first of the season and Brown scores. However, 10 shots to 7 in favour of the Nordiques. Second period. Okay, we managed to tie it up. Ryan Zingle again scores on Vasilevsky. 22 shots to 18 in favour of Tampa Bay, though. So going into the third period, this is either team's game at the moment. Shots are relatively equal, but Tampa Bay are just about squeaking out in front in the shot category. A power play for the Lightning, but the Quebec Nordiques kill it off. About 5 minutes left to play, and Steven Stamkos scores to break the tie. A power play for the Nordiques. They can't get it done. And a goal by Vadim Shipachov, because, yeah, he's in this game. And there you go, a 4-2 victory for the Tampa Bay Lightning over the Quebec Nordiques. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Christiani's been injured again. But Ryan Zingle, he has been lighting the lamp so far this season. He's done a fantastic job. He's got like 5 goals already on the season. He has 4 goals. He has 5 points, 4 goals, 1 assist so far this year already. So we're 4-3-1 to start the season. It's a very respectable number. At least we're not going really bad underneath. Gustav Olofsson. He is 22 years old, 74. Sure, we'll claim him off waivers. Why not? So, here we go. Game number 9 on the season. Here we go, boys. See if we can get this going. Against the Arizona Coyotes. Come on. Let's beat this team. McKenzie against Duclair for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, no score after the first. 9 shots to 7 in favour of the Coyotes. Second period. Okay, no score after the second. 20 shots to 19 in favour of the Coyotes. Can the Quebec Nordiques squeak out the tie-breaking goal? No, they can't. Matt Cullen scores on Steve Mason. A power play for the Nordiques. They can't get it done, but Mark Letestu shortly after manages to get the game-tying goal. There's a power play and Radim Verbada manages to get the goal. So the third period is starting to wind down to an end. We've got a lot of 1-goal differential losses. Just a bounce here or there that could be the difference maker in these games. And that's it. A 2-1 loss for the Quebec Nordiques. That's a pain. That's a real pain. So we're 4-4-1 to start. Evgeny Dadonov, 6 points in 9 games. So St. Louis is... Oh, hello. So they want to give us Alexander Burrows. I don't like Alexander Burrows. I think he's an absolute mug. So no, I'm not having him. Like, it's nice that we get an extra player, but no. Good performances are something that come naturally. Are you sure? My performance is something I'm not proud of. The numbers are black and white. We need you to produce. Well, we do. Like, get off your asses, guys, and do it. So we're against the best team in our division at the moment. The St. Louis Blues. They've lost 1 game so far this season. Please make it 2, Quebec. Let's do it, boys. Tarasenko against Letestu for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, they open the scoring. Steen on Mason. 12 shots to 9 in favour of the Blues. Second period. Okay, it's a 3-2 game. Russell and Brown score a couple of goals. Good. 17 shots to 16 in favour of St. Louis. We've scored the last 2 goals. Can we tie this game up? No, we can't, because Tarasenko gets his second of the game. Thanks, guys. Come on, Quebec. We could do with a couple of goals here, boys. No? And another power play goal for Laterra this time. Oh, Quebec, you do disappoint me. So, and Fabry scores another. Like, let's just stop the bleeding here, boys. So a 6-2 victory for the St. Louis Blues over the Quebec Nordiques. And Steve Mason has got himself injured and won't be back till Christmas. Thanks, dude. Wow. Oh, that's so disappointing. Right, Corpusalo, you're coming up to join the team. That's not a situation I want to be in, having the injury-prone Michael Neuwirth being our starting goaltender. However, that's the situation we're in, so let's make the most of it, I guess. Corpusalo, best lines down here. Good, good. Right, so, first 10 games of the season, Jonas Brodin has 8 points in 10 games. That's not too bad, actually, Brodin. Thank you, buddy. So he's playing relatively well. We've got Zingle with 6 points. He's got 4 goals already on the season. Dadonov and Chimera each with 3 goals. Has anybody not got a single point so far this year? Olofsson, he's only played 1 game though. He's down in the minors, which is good. Ekholm, he hasn't got a point this season, and neither has Dumoulin. Great. So let's sim the next 10 games of the season and see how these Nordiques are doing. If we could get on a bit of a winning streak, that would be really helpful. Although I'm not really expecting it. So, if we go the next 10 games of the season, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we go up to the home game against the Dallas Stars. We'll start with a home game against the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's see how we do. So we start with a shootout win. Good, we get some points. And Kevin Shattenkirk has got himself injured. Great. Please don't pile on loads of injuries, game. Right, Ekholm can go there, Brodin can go there, and Edmondson, you can slot in here. Perfect. And we need to do shootout lineups. Ugh. Just stick somebody in there. I don't care who you put in. Let's go Burakovsky. Is he already in the lineup? Yes, he is. For God's sake. Nestrasil. There you go. Stick him in. I don't care. Against the Vancouver Canucks, we take a 4-1 loss. Okay, not too good. Let's scout forwards in the queue for 6 weeks. Away against Columbus, we take a 4-1 loss. Great. Shattenkirk is back, though, so that's fine. I was about to go Shattenkirk. Like Shattenkirk. Scratch Dumoulin, please. Ekholm, you can go down here. Shattenkirk, you go back up here. Perfect. Okay, home game against Boston. And Mark Letestu's got himself injured. If we're going to have a million different injuries game, like, I'm not going to be too happy with this. Can we not do this? Victor Stolberg can come in. Okay. I don't really want him playing there, though. Well, there he is. Okay, against Boston, a 3-2 loss. Another 1 goal differential. But we win against Winnipeg, though. That's good. Multiple players on Quebec are ready to be dressed. Okay. Well, let's go best lines and see what happens. Okay. And then over here. No, I don't like this at all. There you go. Try that. Okay, against Detroit. A 4-3 win. Good. 2 straight wins. Player morale. What's up, boys? What's going on? Victor Stolberg, how you doing? My ice time is something. Shut up. That's all I have to say to that. Home against Florida. We take a 2-1 loss. Okay, so we've lost 3 out of our last 5 games. Tierney's back. I'm just going to go best lines now. Overtime win against Nashville. Against Chicago, a shootout win. Good. Against Pittsburgh, a 3-1 loss. Okay, we were just going 500, but now we're not. So in our first 20 games of the season, the Quebec Nordiques are going 9 wins, 10 losses, and 1 overtime loss. Wow, we are 7th in our division. All we need is a solid winning streak to climb us back up the standings. But at the moment, we're not really getting that. So 13 points in 20 games for Brodin at the moment. 12 for Martinez, 10 for Zingle, 10 for Grabner, 9 for Dadonov, 8 for Chimera and Burakovsky, and 7 for Brown, Russell, Shattenkirk, and Vatanen. Okay, so we kind of need this to pick up the pace a little bit, lads. We're not really doing too well here. So let's sim till halfway through the season, and we'll see where our team is at, and then we'll probably end the episode there. So we need 21 games, so there's 4 there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So up to an away game against the Philadelphia Flyers. Start with a home game against Dallas, and we win 5-2. Good, we're back to playing 500 hockey. And we win against Minnesota. Good, a winning streak would get us back in it. A 6-1 loss against the Washington Capitals. RFA's not a problem. A 7-2 loss against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow. Against San Jose we lose. Against Anaheim we lose. Against Calgary we win 7-4. Good. Against Ottawa we win 4-3. Good. We've erased those 2 losses prior. A 2-1 win against Edmonton. Fantastic. A 4-1 loss against the Rangers. Home against the Sabres, a 2-1 victory against Vegas. Can we get a win here? That'll be really nice. Oh, Dadonov's been injured. Best lines. Scouting assignment. Let's see what happens. Let's scout the WHL forwards for 6 weeks. Steve Mason's back. Well, that's good. Shootout loss against Vegas. We get a point. Steve Mason has been injured again. Perfect. Against the Islanders, we take a loss. Dadonov's back. Best lines, whatever. I can't be asked to micromanage it. It'll take forever. A win against LA. Good. We're playing 500 hockey at the moment. A shootout loss against Colorado. Connor Brown's been injured. Shootout win against Carolina. Good. A loss against our Quebec rival Montreal Canadiens. Connor Brown's back. That's good. Against the New Jersey Devils, we lose. Matthias Ekholm's been injured. Good, a win against Tampa Bay. We're still playing 500 hockey. A win against the Arizona Coyotes. Can we finish with a win against St. Louis? Please. Matt Tennyson, what's his rating overall? 27. Yeah, we'll claim him to play on the AHL squad. And then a win against the St. Louis Blues. So we are just playing above 500 to start the year. We are currently going 20 wins, 18 losses, and 3 overtime or shootout losses. We are currently 8 points out of a wild card spot in the Western Conference. Okay, so we managed to pick up the pace slightly. We've got 26 points from Kevin Shattenkirk. He's currently our top point getter so far this year. Not too bad. We have 26 points from Jason Chimera as well. Wow, of all the guys, Jason Chimera. Michael Grabner with 24 points on the year. Evgeny Dadonov has scored double-digit goals. Martinez with 22 points. Brodin with 21 points. He's grown to an 84 overall, so that's good. Let's just take a look at what this roster's looking like now, and we'll take a look at where we slot in the league. So if we look at our lines... Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. Just want to see what our lineup looks like. So we've got Grabner, Letestu, Burakovsky, Brown, Tierney, Dadonov, Chimera, Zingle, Russell, Stolberg, Smith-Pelly, and Richardson. Scratched, we have Nestor Seal and Edmondson and McKenzie. Yeah, that makes sense. Then defence, we have Brodin, Martin. I don't like this. It's really frustrating. And then Ekholm, you go here. It's like left, right, left, right. How difficult is it? Korpisalo's up to an 81 overall. He's won 2 games out of the 11 he's played. Wow, Korpisalo, nice job, bud. But at least he's gained 2 overall points to be an 80 overall goaltender. That's really helpful. So where do we place in the league itself? We are like 5th in our division, I believe. Are we 5th in our division? Yep, we're 5th in our division. So in the entire league, that means we are 20th in the entire league. 52% win percentage, power play of 16, almost 17%, penalty kill of almost 79%. That's probably one of the worst. No, Philadelphia's is 70%. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, 10 power plays are worse, or 10 penalty kills are worse than ours. That's pretty poor from the rest of the NHL teams, I must admit. So next episode, I think we should go to the trade deadline, see if we make any moves, see where our team is at, and hopefully make a playoff push. I mean, we're not out of the contention at the moment. We're not out. We just need to string together some wins, and hopefully we can get ourselves into the playoffs. So yes, I'm going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.